Hey healing family, thank you so much for tuning in with this video. My name is Tarani if you're new, and if you're not new, definitely subscribe so that you can find more of my videos all around here. So today I wanted to talk about how to create a sacred space and how to sustain sacred space. So I think that holding sacred space is a beautiful thing, but in order to do that, you need an environment that is conducive to sacred energy and to healing energy. And I think one of my favorite compliments I've ever gotten, and that has been coming more and more lately, is when people come into my home and they tell me that walking into my home makes them feel more relaxed, that they're able to sleep better in my home, and that they're actually, when they leave my home, they feel better. And a lot of times when my friends or when people come and stay with us and they say that, they ask me what I do, I kind of tell them this whole spiel. So I thought I would share it with you guys so that you can know this and you can integrate this into your own home, creating a sacred space within your entire home. So to begin, my number one tip for creating a sacred space in your home is allowing it to be livable. I think for a lot of us, especially if you like things to be really clean, it can be hard to allow your home to just be livable. And I think when I say that is allow it to be comfortable in that way where you can kind of do what you want, everybody can kind of do what they want, and you're not so much worried about mess being created, and there's not like a harsh energy around it. When you allow things to organically just be experienced and allow things to just kind of flow, the energy in your house can become more smooth. And of course, you're always gonna pick up the mess, you're always gonna clean, but that's gonna happen anyway. So just allowing your home to be livable is a really, really good tip, and something I've had to work on a lot. And I think working on that has really helped my home be more comfortable. Another thing that has greatly impacted the energy in my home is allowing houseplants to be all throughout my house. My significant other is actually really allergic to animals, dust. He gets allergies a lot, and I think, and plants really help purify the air and kind of keeps the air inside of your home a lot more clear. And so energy-wise, that is abundant as well because there's more life force energy flowing throughout your home. So I have plants all over. I have plants in my living room. I have plants in my kitchen. I have so many plants in my bedroom. I have plants in my healing room, my office, everywhere. And I think that it keeps the energy for sure rolling and going smoothly. Another thing that every person who wants to hold a sacred space within their home needs is crystals. I work with crystals religiously and have for a very long time. I honestly don't remember the last time that I went without a crystal. Literally, like whether it's in my ears, like on my arms, in my hands, around my home, in my purse, in my car. I just keep crystals around me because they really help hold down the sacred energy in your life and help you receive the light and the abundance that can be all around you. So definitely keeping sacred crystals everywhere. I keep them in my window sills. I have them on my nightstand. I have them in my kitchen. I have them in my water. I have them in my living room, in my office. I just keep crystals everywhere. And this kind of just helps more specific energies in your home. And if you want to get really into crystals and want to learn more about their offerings for you, you can actually learn about how to program your home with specific crystals. So I host gatherings in my house, I host ceremonies, we have parties, I do private sessions in my home as well. So it's very important for me to keep the energy in my house kind of flowing and going and peaceful, and making sure that no baggage is coming in. And one of the things that has greatly helped that is by placing selenite crystals in the four corners of my home or in every room where I tend to have a lot of people there. And that just kind of keeps the energy flowing, keeps the corridors open. And I also put salt in front of my door to make sure that any entities or any darkness that people may have will be left outside of the door and only that their highest selves can come in. And it makes a big difference. Like, this isn't just some like woo-woo stuff. This is legit trial and error. This is legit, science. And I think a lot of people can agree with me that holding crystals and having minerals in your home makes a really, really big difference. So so you can learn more about programming your home. I like to have a lot of clear quartz in my house. I like to have a lot of selenite. I like to have a lot of rose quartz. I always keep obsidian and blue tiger's eye near my door, as well as having amethyst in my home too. And yeah, so crystals are really good for holding sacred space in your home. Another thing that has really helped me is like cleaning my house and using ritual in cleaning. I'm not like always super excited about cleaning, or like I never really have been. It's always just been a chore, like for most of us. But something that's really helped me change that perspective is allowing my cleaning to actually be a ritual. So what I do is like I sweep and I vacuum and I get all the dust and all the dirt up and I throw it away. And then I make a mop solution and a solution that I also can use on my counters. And I just take warm water with some vinegar, and then I put essential oils in there for aromatherapy, and then I also use some flower and gemstone essences. And I put Reiki symbols in it, I put prayers in it. I say, please protect my home, please cleanse my home of any impurities, please help my home continue to hold a sacred space. And I just kind of program all of that into this water. And then I go about cleaning my whole house. And you can feel the energy difference. You can feel, you feel more good about it. You feel like you're not just like cleaning up messes, but you're actually making a difference in the vibration of your home. So that's something that has really helped me. And I use that water on my window seals. I use that water on my counters, like my bathroom. I use it everywhere. So my whole home is kind of radiating in that essence. And I typically will do that around the new moon and the full moon, and depending on the astrology of that time, I'll kind of design that blend in a way that is in alignment and to where we can fully receive all the abundance from what's going on in the stars. So yeah, that's been a huge game changer for me. I'm trying to think of anything else. Oh yeah, cleansing my home with sacred smoke medicine. Sacred smoke medicine has been used for so long by so many different indigenous cultures, whether that's in South America or even in Africa or even in Australia, as well as in North America, as well as in Europe. Smoke medicine has been a dominant way of purifying spaces and people forever. And so I like to invite this into my home, into my everyday life. And so how I do that is I go around all of the, like basically the entire perimeter of my home, and I'll open the windows and I'll go around the perimeter of my home and just saying, any density from my home is to leave now. Only peace is able to prevail here. Only lightness is able to prevail here. My house is a corridor of light. Only love and light can live here. May everybody that comes here experience peace and blessings and be able to carefully and naturally filter through all that they need to filter through in this life, and just kind of speaking affirmations of that, as well as telling any spirits to leave and inviting them to go towards the light and kind of initiating that for them. And I go around my whole house and I do that. And I work with a lot of different medicines for that. I definitely try to stay away from Palo Santo and white sage, since they are on the endangered list or the at-risk list. Unless you can find it sustainably or harvest it yourself, I definitely recommend going to other resources. And some of my favorite resources are making my own. So I'll use rosemary, I'll use cedar, I'll use pine needles, I will use cinnamon, as well as my own smoke blends. So I might use resins. And two of my favorite blends that I use in my home, are La Abella Herbs Sweet Darkness Incense Medicine. And so you use this and you pour a little bit on a coal and it cleanses your home. It smells delicious and it works so well. So I love using this. And then the other thing I like to use is a friend gives it to me, and it's basically a healing herb or smoke medicine from every continent on the planet, and you use this on a coal as well. So those are my favorite ways. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video, and I really hope that this helps you. If you have any questions, definitely reach out below, and also share with us how you create a sacred space within your own home. I love you so much. Reiki to you guys. Sat Nam.